Today marks 2 years since the reported disappearance of a little girl from Hawkins County named Summer Wells. And that's where we begin today on First at 4. I'm Josh Smith in for Ansley Daniel, who will join us in just a moment. News Channel 11's Ansley Daniel has been covering the story for months and even years now, and has the latest on the timeline as we look back to what led to the disappearance call. Ansley?
Yeah, Josh, 2 years later, after dozens of searches and hundreds of tips, authorities know no more than what they did when a family member reported that a 5-year-old little girl was missing from her home on Ben Hill Road.
Summer Wells is missing. She's 5 years old. She's 4 foot tall, blonde hair, last seen wearing a pink shirt and gray pants.
Hundreds of searchers from dozens of agencies searched through Beech Creek for weeks looking for Summer.
We will not quit until we find Summer Wells.
The community held prayer circles and vigils. A couple of weeks later, authorities called off the ground search. That's when Summer Wells' mother, Candace Bly, spoke on camera for the first time.
I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight.
In July of 2021, the Department of Children's Services removed Summer's older brothers from their home. In October of that year, their father, Don Wells, was arrested for a DUI.
I have lost control. I've done stupid things, and for that I apologize.
That was after filming a Dr. Phil special that aired in November of that year. A few other planned searches happened, and in February of 2022, Don Wells was jailed for violating his probation. In March, Summer's grandmother recalled the night she went missing for the first time.
Summer come in and had a piece of peppermint, which is her favorite, and then she went in. She said, "Mama, I want to go play with the boys." Candy walked her back to the house, and she asked the boys to keep an eye on her, and that's the last time I seen her.
10 months into the Amber Alert, the lead detective on the case said he had never worked a missing child's case of this magnitude.
I check tip line and voicemail when I first get here. I do phone calls and follow-ups on any credible leads I've got. I follow up on anything that I didn't get to a good conclusion the day before. Then I go into my normal caseload of any new cases I've got, follow-ups on them.
On June 15th, 2022, the investigation hit the 1-year mark.
When we held the first media briefing on June 16th, honestly, we expected to have good news to report by the time the next media briefing came around. Unfortunately, instead, day after day ended in frustration and disappointment. At that time, no one expected that we would still be searching for Summer 1 year later.
That was also the last time we publicly heard from Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson.
We will continue to conduct target searches in the Beech Creek area as new information is developed. We'll also continue to follow up on any legitimate leads. And it's been the goal of this team since day one to find Summer.
Don Wells was released from jail in October of 2022, and he broke his silence in February ahead of Summer's 7th birthday.
It's just another day without her. I mean, I don't really want to celebrate her birthday without her. She was definitely going to be tall. She'd probably be as tall as me, I'd say, because she was growing so fast. I'm sure she would be the same person.
Later that month, after more than a year of civil court battles, a judge ruled the entirety of a roughly $40,000 Summer Wells reward fund go to the Children's Advocacy Center of the 3rd Judicial District. 2 years later, Summer's parents are now in Arkansas. Her brothers are in DCS custody, and where she is remains unknown.